Hey guys, Mark McMahon Real Estate. Today is part 2 of finding deals, the methods we use to find deals. Last week we talked about using the MLS, the tried and true method. We get deals all the time from the MLS, still to this day. Today I want to talk about another method. Anyway, let's get right into it. All right guys, so the next method is, number 2, is what we call driving for dollars. And we use the Deal Machine app. There's a link down below for a 7-day free trial. Typically what we'll do is we'll drive a neighborhood and we're looking for things that would show that people are in distress, right? So, and we're just guessing on this, guys. We don't know for sure. We can look and see if these houses are in foreclosure or if they're not paying their utility bills, things like that. We'll get into that in a minute. But for the most part, you're making a real quick educated guess as to whether you want to put this house on your list of houses to watch and to market to. So let's just say the quintessential house has a blue tarp on the roof. It's got a broken down car on the grass in the front yard. The driveway is still asphalt if you're in a big city. Some cities have a lot of asphalt driveways. That's the case, and you can't use this criteria. But especially in our area, if it's not concrete, but it started off, usually they start off asphalt and get changed to concrete. If it's still asphalt, that's in really bad shape. The landscaping's bad. The weeds are overgrown. Got the original windows from 1953. These are all signs that either A, the people are very frugal and they just don't care about spending money on their house, or B, they can't afford to do it because they're having financial difficulties, right? You're gonna have to take a chance with that. So we're gonna kind of narrow down the funnel as we go here, but first glance is always the most telling, and it's the way the house looks to begin with. A big bonus is if the person's out in the front yard, I will literally pull the car over. I'll go down a couple of houses, pull the car over, I'll grab my clipboard, and I'll walk up and I'll say, "How are you doing today? I am wondering if you're looking to sell your house." Usually I'll do some chat first, but that's basically what I ask, just to see if, to gauge it. And if they say no, get the hell out of here, then I'll make a note of it, but I'll still hit them up later on, because that doesn't necessarily mean no. No sometimes means maybe, no sometimes means yes. But I do know that I probably hit them up a little bit too soon, so I'll hit them up via phone, I'll hit them up via letter, postcard, something like that. The next thing I want you to do is go back to the car, and if you've got the Deal Machine app, just look up the property, take a quick picture of it, and you'll have that saved in your phone, and you can go back to it later on so that you can market to it. It'll take a picture of the house so that if you want to send out a postcard, you can send out a postcard with a picture of the house on it. It's very cool. People get that, it's like, oh my God, it's my house. They're just marketing to me. This is awesome. You'll also have it saved in your database, and you can put notes in there from then on. You know, I talked to Mrs. Smith, she told me to go pound sand, so let's go ahead and send her a postcard campaign. You can take notes in there also. And you can use that also for your follow-up when you call people and whatnot, because you can also skip trace through this app, or you can use any other app you want to skip trace through. There's plenty of skip tracing apps out there, but we'll use, if we're doing like a few at a time, we'll use Deal Machine just because it's super easy. It's just one click. It's kind of cool sometimes if you see a house that really fits the criteria and you can get the phone number for it and you can call them right there while you're there. That saves you a trip back out. You never know. Someone might be interested in talking to you right then. But what you're going to be doing when you drive for dollars is you're going to collect many houses that are in distress, and you're going to start a marketing campaign to them. Now, the cheapest thing that you can do is just call them, right? You're just going to skip trace. It costs about 15 cents per house to skip trace it. And you're going to go back and you're going to make phone calls on this. And you guys can start out with 100 leads, and you can get those phone numbers, and then it doesn't cost anything to call. Right? You can use your cell phone and just start calling these people. So the other thing you can do when you're driving for dollars too is you can gauge a neighborhood. What do I mean by gauge a neighborhood? You can drive around and you can figure out which houses have sold. You can go back and do market research when you get back. You can go on Redfin, Zillow, you can go on Deal Machine and do your research. Find out what houses are selling for. Find out what fixed up houses are selling for. Find out what distressed houses are selling for, and find out what houses that are in move-in ready but not fixed up condition are selling for. Those are the 3 prices you want to find, and compare those prices to what you're going to be making an offer on. right? You're going to want to be somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, because you're going direct to seller, once you get a hold of them, you're going to want to look for what we call pain points, right? We're going to find out if they've got any pain points. If they don't, there's no reason to sell. They're not going to give you a deal, so I would pass on that. Unless for some reason they just want to sell cheap for no particular reason. You know, you're always going to want to throw a number out. You're going to want to get a number from them first. So find out what that pain point is, guys. That's the second thing you're going to want to do on this getting leads for nearly free. And then you're going to want to try to close them. You're going to keep in touch with them over time, and you're going to want to close them, right? But this is after, typically we have what we call 7 touches on something like this. And 7 touches means we've reached out to them with 2 postcards, 3 phone calls, and we've talked to them 7 times. We've had communication with them 7 times. Typically, someone's going to look at a postcard with a picture of their house on it. It happens to us at our house every 3 or 4 years. Even though our house isn't distressed, we still will get a postcard from somebody with a picture of our house on the front. Hey, I've got a buyer for your house, or we're looking for houses in your neighborhood. And, you know, I always look at it. I'm in the business and I still always look at it. So you're going to find a lot of success with that over time. Not the first week. Remember, it's going to take 7 touches generally to get someone to decide whether or not they want to sell to you. All right. So guys, I hope that's at least enough to get you going on driving for dollars. I love using this method. It works really, really well. There are things that work much, much better that cost way more money. So stay tuned for the next video that's coming out. We're going to talk about some of the ways that you can spend money, and we already hit on a couple of them today, places where you can spend money and actually get a lot of leads. I wanted to go over the first 2 methods, which is MLS and driving for dollars, which don't really cost that much money. So I hope you found some value in this, guys. If you did, please subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and sign up for notifications so that you'll know when we drop a video like this. Because guys, I want to see you succeed. That's my hope and dream, that you succeed at this. All right, guys, if you want to learn how to analyze a deal very quickly, like we talked about, so that you can see whether it's worth putting an offer on or not, take a look at this video called the 40% rule that will show you how we very quickly analyze a property to see if it's worth even pursuing. All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much for being here. Again, subscribe to the channel, like, and let us know what you think in the comments down below. We love to hear your thoughts. And guys, big favor. If you've got pain points that we're not addressing and you want us to, please leave that in the comments. We're here to help you. And if you're leaving comments, we do read those comments and we do respond, and we also do videos if we get enough of the same kind of comments. So make sure and leave your pain points down there. What scares you about real estate investing? What your biggest stumbling block is? Why you're not starting, or if you've started, why can't you move forward? Guys, we're here to help. Let us know what you want. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.